From anime sensation to Netflix domination, let's check in with the cast of Death Note. Hey guys, Lakeith, Margaret, Nat, so nice to see you here today.
Great to see you.
I'm so excited you guys are going to be showing some new footage of Death Note. We have so many diehard fans of the anime and the manga here, and people are just dying to know, like, how does your adaptation offer a new spin on the Death Note story? What can you talk? Because it's set in Seattle, it's a little bit of a different setting. How do your characters change?
They maintain a central theme. If you understand the theme of Death Note, then I think then you understand what we're doing is expanding upon that, creating a new horizon for new fans and fans of old to come be a part of the party, which is Death Note.
I feel like that's the log line, right? That's the best way to pump people up. Were you guys all fans of Death Note before you came in, or did you read it for the first time?
Yes.
Yeah, I'd heard about it through my friend Justice, and then when I got the script, I went back and watched the anime and read the manga and watched some of the other film versions, and I really loved them, and I felt honored to be doing a version of them. But I also recognized the differences in Adam's vision and the script that I read, and so I was excited to do a new take on it, kind of like what Keith said.
Yeah. How about for you?
Yeah, I had a similar experience where I was vaguely familiar with it, but then I really got into it after reading the script. And even though our version is quite different, I hope that the Death Note fans still like it. And yeah.
I love that Light is essentially a villain in a lot of ways, you know. But this is sort of a different take, and it is a movie. So I'm curious, Nat, how did you humanize Light, if at all, or do you fully lean into sort of his villainy? He was in our top 10 craziest villains as well, so I love
Oh, really?
that. Yeah. He's such an interesting character.
Well, I mean, it's definitely in a lot of ways he's a villain, but as soon as I got the part, I made my own Death Note, my own personal Death Note, and I thought it would be that I definitely didn't think I was enough of a sociopath to write too many names down, and they were flowing out of my hand. So I think anybody with that kind of power could definitely easily be corrupted. Or I'm just as evil.
I was going to say, I really hope this interview doesn't
go south. It was very easy to connect to my
it.
character because I'm as evil as the character is.
Lakeith, how about for you with Elle? Like, how does your sort of take on that character compare? Is it pretty close to what we know
all
already?
struggle with morality and questions of life and death. And we also all have conflicting sides and natures of us. We are but shadows and lights of ourselves.
And they both love candy.
These two characters simply represent that dichotomy within human nature. Therefore, they are simply that representation. Nothing more, nothing less. You will derive what you derive from the characters. Please go watch the movie and see what you find.
He didn't even take the wrapper off the Starburst, dude.
I thought you were about to start comparing like Light and Elle to different. Are you doing the thing where you can just take the wrapper off in your mouth?
It's like a cherry stem.
Oh my God.
Yeah. 1 second.
Okay. No, okay, you work on that, and we're gonna, Margaret. Misa in the original was, willing to sacrifice a lot to achieve whatever she wanted. I'm curious how that element of her character comes into play in this story.
Yeah, it definitely does. I think that Mia she's Mia versus Misa.
Right.
She's really ambitious and strong and determined and won't let anything stand in the way of achieving doing what she thinks is right. Yeah.
How you doing? Still working on it?
Keith,
okay, we'll come back to you. We'll come back to you in a second. We'll come back to you.
Give him a countdown.
Nat, it looks a little bit like in your version of the story that Light.
I just ate the wrapper.
Keith, that's gonna stay in your stomach for 7 years.
That's dumb.
Just in time for the sequel. Ayo.
Hey.
Yeah, we did it. In this version, it looks like Light is maybe a little bit more of an underdog, like a little bit bullied. And I'm curious, how does that come into play when he does get his powers? How does that change this characterization?
Well, it comes into play because there's some people at the school and that he likes to get, revenge on. Also, her character is definitely just as or more evil than my character. Spoiler alert. So I don't want to take all the evil credit.
I tried to set it up for her, but you were like,
she's probably being good about the spoilers and stuff. I'm definitely going to get a lecture, and
What would
20
you
seconds.
do if you were desperate to make a change in society and you had the opportunity to make the world a better place, and in your mind you held the power and the key? Would you take advantage? What if you were put in a position to stop the man that was causing the mass killings and the bane of society? Would you take that opportunity? Watch Death Note August 25 on Netflix.
I was like, oh my God, I don't know the person, but I think that's what's so compelling about this story, right? Did you feel like it transferred pretty easily to being set in America? I feel like a lot of the themes are very apt to sort of the struggles we're going with today.
Well, I think now, especially more than ever, it's a time to be conscientious and aware of not taking advantage of the responsibilities you're given and treating power with respect. And I think this movie, especially my character, has a good arc. But go see it, because I feel like I've done a lot of spoilers in this interview.
No, I feel like you set it up, and I'm really excited for fans to get to see a new take on it. Again, like the manga and the anime have been so well received, so we're so excited to see your
We're
version
so
as
excited
well.
to have been a part of it and to be premiering it here. It couldn't be more exciting.
Do you have one last really good straight to cam pitch before we go?
Death Note!
There's no better way to end it than that. Thanks, guys, for checking in. Thank you so much for coming by IGN Live, and we'll be right back.